to share part of our new RESA Minis series, bite-sized PD on demand, and it is for Loom. Loom is video recording software, and I'm going to share some information with you. I'm actually recording today's session using Loom. The goal for today's session is for you to become familiar with Loom and the variety of uses that it has across the educational setting. After today's session, you should be able to install Loom onto your computer or your Chromebook and use the features like video recording, screen sharing, and recording audio. This would really be appropriate for any job in education across any grade level or subject area. So Loom is a Chrome extension. It is very easy to use if you go to the Chrome store. I've linked it in this presentation, and you will be provided with a link to it also as part of this mini. All you're going to have to do is click Add to Chrome. Obviously for me, it's already installed. So you're looking for this. This is a beacon light. So Loom is lighting the way for you to be able to record video. That is going to be the easiest way. Once it is installed, then you're going to see this little beacon up in your toolbar, and you'll be able to launch Loom straight from there, which is a nice feature. Also, right now, we are so excited because Loom is free for education. And what that means is that you as an educator with any kind of school system email will be able to get Loom for free. So you do have to apply for it. It takes just a minute. You verify your education account by following this link. Again, this will be provided for you, and then you get verified. It does take a couple of days, but it is certainly worth it. The worth it part is that Loom does not, for educators, they do not put a limit on the number of videos you can record. Some of the other screencasting software does that, but Loom is providing these unlimited numbers of videos for you. Additionally, you can record up to 45 minutes of instruction using Loom. So even if you were having to record for an extended period of time, Loom is a very good solution to that problem. So that is kind of how you can get started with Loom and be able to use it for free. One of the things that is a goal for us in the RESA mini series is that you will not have to pay for any of these tools. So when you just go to loom.com, it's going to tell you about having to pay for Pro. Make sure that you're looking at Loom for Education. Again, this is the information on how you're going to get started with your free account. So it's often said that it's easier to show than to tell, and so that's why I started really using Loom, and I hope that you will find it very helpful. I've used Loom for a variety of purposes, from teaching content to just showing how to log in to certain websites or to get started. One of the things that I found really helpful with it is just simply being able to share how to get to certain things. So if I want to tell my students that they are going to go to that they need to find, let's say, this poem, If I Were in Charge of the World, you can actually find links to it. You can find the poem. And so it's a lot easier to show them. Say, for instance, I've got all of these different options up here, and I really just want to see the poem. So I'm going to actually click on Poem Hunter because I know that I'll be able to quickly grab the text at this point. And so this is just a very easy way to show them. Instead of just telling them what to do, you can actually demonstrate. So it is a really good tool. You could record yourself certainly doing any number of things. I think this would be particularly useful in mathematics if you were demonstrating how to solve a problem. If you're working in a virtual setting and you need to show students how to do something, and as far as turning it in, how to upload an assignment or to submit something, this is a great tool to be able to use. So this is Loom. Again, you can set up a free Loom account for education. You just have to get verified. It does take a couple of days, but it is very easy to use. The other really cool part of Loom is that once you stop recording, If I come over here and move this just for a second, you can see this. As soon as I click finish recording, it will actually give me a link that's in Google that you will be able to do. I'm going to actually pause this for just a minute and create a secondary video for you to be able to see how to get that Loom link and to be able to share it. So right now what I'm going to do is just pause. Okay, so I'm right back with you now, and as you can see, this was the 5-minute video I made about how to use Loom. And then if you actually come up here, you can see you can copy the link, and then you're going to be able to post it anywhere, whether it be your Google Classroom or sending it in an email. It's just a really quick and easy way to do. Additionally, you are able to password protect it if you want to. Like all things Google, you will need to make sure that you have your share settings on this where everyone is able to see it. And so that's just something that you'll need to make sure that that you are able to do and have that. So I'm going to actually click the share button, and you can see you can copy the link, you can link it as a GIF, you can embed it, or you can share it through email. So there are a lot of options for this. These are the settings for the video. Again, there's an email notification. I really like this. This is so that if somebody views your video, you'll get a notification about it, which is nice. You can have emoji reactions, as you see down here, so that your students can give you feedback on the video. Yes, letting you know, hey, I watched that video and it was good. There are thumbnails of it. Can the viewer download it? You may or may not want them to be able to. And then you may not want the viewer to be able to see the analytics, but you'll be able to see that. So that's just a quick save, and that shows you how to do that. Again, this is just a really cool way for you to be able to show people and not necessarily have to just tell them about something. This is a sample lesson for using Loom. This would be something I would certainly use in an ELA classroom and have used across the years. Certainly I've used it with probably every grade, 3rd through 6th, 7th, 8th. It is a very fun thing to have students adapt this poem. So if I were using this in a classroom, I would ask students to go, or I would provide them with the text by Judith Viorst to the poem If I Were in Charge of the World. So I'm just going to search that up in Google. I'm going to come down here. Poem Hunter is a great source for me to be able to pull just the text from that. So this is actually videotaped, and then I have the text from it. And so I'm going to just grab this as a copy. Little lag. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to tell students, like, this is what I would want them to do. I would want them to be able to copy the text, and I'm going to paste it into this document. Now, at this point, one of the things I would start to demonstrate, and I really think that modeling is so, so important, is that I would want students to write their very own version of this poem. And so I would start that off by modeling. If I were in charge of the world, I'd cancel. And then I would leave this blank. What would you cancel? And then I would cancel. I might leave Monday mornings as canceled, but I'm going to let students choose that. And then you have allergy shots and also, so I would cancel, and I would just use this to show them that I want to have a blank space there, and also poor Sarah, so that's going to go there. And you can continue on with this as showing students the parts that they're going to need to fill in to write their own version of If I Were in Charge of the World, and then they can submit it to you this way. So this is just a great way for you to be able to model for your students how to use something like a Google Doc and quickly doing a search. They could add all kinds of things to it. I've seen this being used in making videos. So they've made slideshows and they recorded them. You could certainly have students do that. So after they write their own version of If I Were in Charge of the World, They may choose to go to create a Google slideshow and make a slide deck about that. And they could certainly just do that very quickly. And you could model this all for them so that they would have an on-demand video. And so this again could be just something as simple as if and so you can show students and you're able to show them. I hope this has been really helpful for you and giving you some ideas on how you can use Loom in your classroom. Again, it is free for teachers. It just takes a little bit of time to be able to get that email address verified, and then you will have unlimited videos and up to 45 minutes, which is a really big deal.